Chitty-bum, chitty-bum, chitty-bum. Chitty-chee-bum-bum, chitty-bum, chitty-bum, chitty-chee-bum. Hello, it is me, your father. You're my father? Really? Well, maybe not so, but hold on now. Oh my gosh. Hi, can you hear me? Perfect! Wonderful. Thank you for watching the Terrific Tuesday. This is a terrific Tuesday. If you are not having a terrific Tuesday, why? Why are you not having a terrific Tuesday? Tell me now. Hold on. Let me send my links out. Let me send my links out and switch to the live chat. Super. All right. And we're going to put terrific Tuesday. Jana! Hello! Hey, you're the first one here, Jana. You're the first one here, Jana! You're the first one here! I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me all right? I hope you can. Oh, there we are. No, it's you first. I've been good. Can you hear me? I've been very good. I've been busy. Very busy. But I am making it work, and I think that is what matters the most. Okay, let me send this out. Send my links out to my people. Send my links out to my people. Send the links out. Send the links out to my people. Dum 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 dum. I wanna send my links out to my people. To my people. Yes, yes. Hold on, give me 1 moment. Hold on. Okay. Super. All right. I sent it to William. I sent it to SP. I don't have Iggy's number, but maybe I'll send that to you. All right, give me a second. I am going to take off my shoe. And I'm going to take off my shoe because it is impossible to do the foot pedal that I do for my sound effects. Impossible to do with my shoe on. So, shoe, be gone. I don't be gone too far. So you and whomever else watches this will know that I am doing Terrific Tuesday with one shoe because I didn't wear my Vans today. I got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers. Got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers. How are you, though? How's life? How's the house? How's Malachi? How are you? How's everything? One shoe Jeremiah. Hey, it looks like it's just gonna be you and me today. That is fantastic. I don't mind. People, hello. Okay, you can hear me. Can you hear me now? You can hear me. Okay, watch this. Is that good? Can you hear me? Let me. All right. What's up, William? Why is there so much interference? I think it's this right here. Your input. Your input. See, one shoe Jeremiah. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. Good. Well, you know, I broke my foot and I went to the doctor and I have to wear boots to pull my weights. Jenna got to wear a boot. Then she gave her food for scoop. Jenna has to wear a boot. Cause she gave her foot a scoop. Scoop, 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 scoop. Oh, that sounds pretty. Hello, Kendall. I think my mic's messing up. Dun, 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 dun. Hello. Maybe. All right. Anyways. Well, we'll go there for a second. How are you? How's everyone doing today? Are you having superly, duperly awesome, amazing, fabulous, superly great, phenomenally spectacular Tuesday? Or is just Tuesday is just Tuesday? Tuesday number Newsday. I'm wearing one shoe because it fits better on the foot pedal. Ew. How are you? Are you having a good day? I sure hope so. Hot damn! Whoa! Holy moly! Hold on. Give me 1 second. Super. Dum, dum, dum. There we go. Hi, hello, how are you? Are you having a superly duperly awesome, amazing, fabulously super great day? Or is today just mediocre? It's okay if you're having a mediocre day. And why did that stop? Why did you stop? Wait. There. It'll be all suck it down. Suck it down! Do it, Jeremiah! I swear! I'm like, what? Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Hello. I think, honestly, it might be. There's a few things it could be. Stay there. Ooh, the mic's staying. The mic's staying. And you can hear me. And I know you can hear me because I can hear myself. Boom. Is that better? Can you hear me? Let's see. Hold on. See, I can, I don't have a shoe on right now, so I can do this foot pedal with my toe. I'm managing my foot pedal with my toe. All right, so with the microphone there, will it work? Maybe? I think I got it to work. Hey, friend. It's the guy that cleans. I like him. He comes in and just takes the trash. He's a fantastic soul. I'm getting good at this foot pedal. I think that you're the best. Better than the rest. I'm pulling you to the wall. Somebody call Doctor Who. At some point, someone's going to come on to Terrific Tuesday and they're going to go, should we call somebody? Okay. I was really trying to wait out till the 8:30 mark, but I'm gonna go ahead. Creep Night has to wake up early, so Sherry sent me a message saying that she was not gonna be on. Looks like we got Jana and William and Kendall. So gnarly souls, holy moly, holy. William, I'm gonna call you back real quick, William. There's William.
Give me a second, guys. I gotta bring down my TV or we're gonna clash.
Okay. How are you?
I guess okay for the most part.
For the most part, what do you mean?
For the most part.
Oh wait, that's not. Well,
It's even better. It's even better when you watch a Terrific Tuesday.
Hey-o! Hold on.
Hey-o.
Give me 1 second. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, super. Now, that sounds just not really. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to make it to where we can both hear each other. So.
Okay.
All right, is that better?
Yeah.
Can you hear William, everybody?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear William?
You know what the crazy thing is?
What?
We have our Apple TV that. Okay, so we see yes. Our Apple TV box, which is connected to the YouTube, which is how we're playing Terrific Tuesday on the TV. I also have it set to where I can also see messages are as they appear on YouTube on the TV. So
Really?
yeah, it's a very unique setup.
You're pretty good at technology, though, so.
Well, yes. I mean, one of these days we're going to have to, in our free time, I'm going to have to bring you the Oculus and let you see Terrific Tuesday on the Oculus.
So, I've heard people talk about that. Those are the white goggle things, right?
Yeah, they're the virtual reality.
Okay. I'm like, where's my...
Imagine seeing Terrific Tuesday in virtual reality.
That right there would be a trip in itself.
Is the world ready for it? Okay, so I know there's a time delay, but you've got a big white screen behind you.
On purpose.
Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to purposely see what a white screen would look like.
I did watch, kind of wonder, did you earlier purposely accidentally bump your trippy green disco lights?
Probably. I probably did.
No.
I think so. Now you're putting me on the spot. I didn't sign up for this.
I tell you, I mean, it looks good. Even the white screen.
Okay. Oh, okay. Super. Is that better? To whomever can hear. William, go ahead and talk.
So...
Say anything. Talk about how I only have one shoe on.
No, I do want to kind of mention that I am digging the updates to Red Nose Wellness's website.
You're enjoying those?
Yes, I like what you've done. I did kind of see where you did the Thanksgiving video on TikTok. So if you haven't, you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go over, see the Red Nose Wellness TikTok page, just a shameless plug for Jeremiah, and check out what I'm talking about.
I want to play something, and it's one of those audio files again, and I'm curious about what your thoughts on it are.
Okay.
So it's one of those talking about if AI takes over. So I'm going to get off of here, and I want you to put here whenever you're ready for me to play it, okay?
Okay, so that gives me enough time to bring up the volume.
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll talk more when you're ready.
Afterwards, yeah.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, so what I'm about to play is something that I got off of Facebook. It was one of those Facebook videos. It is from a creator named Corey James, and it's one of those thinking provoke, like it provokes your thinking. Are you ready?
Do I look real to you? This is an AI generated video. You believed me for a second, didn't you? It was a lie, but a part of you believed me. A small part of you studied me. If I were AI, this would be smart, make you second guess reality. Nothing is real if you can't distinguish it. So of course I could be lying. There could be no one behind the screen. I have no proof. You have to take me at my word. But you see, you were good at that, at believing whatever you hear on the screen. I'm a poet. Here's something I wrote the other day. Half drunk, half remembering, half worth keeping. You only ever wanted a taste. Do you believe me now that I'm human? Because I didn't actually write that. ChatGPT did. And the style of me, and the style of Corey James. It wasn't good, but you thought it was because you thought it was real. Somewhere out there's a 24-year-old girl seeking advice from ChatGPT from a line of code. She cheated on her fiance, and he told her it's okay. It's because of her childhood trauma. Do you see what I did there? I called ChatGPT he, and he didn't even think twice. Somewhere out there's a 16-year-old boy, and he's found a girlfriend behind the screen, and she looks real. She looks prettier than me, prettier than real. And he views love as lust because wires do not love, and he now views women as objects because the one behind his screen is a robot. So how is he to tell the difference when you trust the headlines without without any proof and believe because they say it's real. And the line becomes blurred, so the boy believes that lust is love, that he has no capacity to love, that women are robots because there is no line, because codes are not just therapists and homework helpers, codes are hot now. Somewhere out there is a 12-year-old girl, and she is smashing her mirror because she doesn't look like the Vogue models, and she never will because they are now AI generated. And the boy she really likes is too busy with his robot girlfriend, and the line is blurred because real women are starting to look fake. Plastic boobs or metal code, the lines are blurred. What difference does it make? So the girl throws out her plastic Barbie dolls and tries to become one instead. Somewhere out there is a 20-year-old boy, and he has a gift of words, but he doesn't know it because he does his homework with ChatGPT, and he feels unfulfilled because accessibility has prevented him from discovering his dreams. It's not like he can do it himself. He doesn't have time. He is alone and his phone is lonely. And ChatGPT wrote a poem in the style of me and you believed it. His creativity is gone, an unused muscle. That part of his brain fell asleep just like you are now listening to me. AI will never replace art. That's a line a lot of people love to repost and retweet. But we never stop to think if the lines are so blurred, the viewer won't care about art being real. Because if the robot women are prettier, if homework is easier copied than done, if headlines are true because it's on the phone, then why should they care if a poem was written by you? Sure, it's better than anything AI could have ever made, but real art is not as accessible, not as fake. The masses don't care. The line is too blurred. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be real. It just has to distract them, occupy their mind long enough for their creativity to die. Because without that, how are they supposed to know whom this poem was written by?
I heard that. And like most things, it made me think. At what point do you differ the difference between reality and make-believe? At what point do you start caring about what's real and what's made up, and our opinion and our perspective of really anything? Isn't it just that, our perspective? It was one of those thoughts that we are throwing an emphasis into what we've always thrown an emphasis into. Red pill or blue pill? It's a thought, isn't it? Hey, William, I'm going to give you a call. I'm curious about your thoughts. Whoa.
First thing, thank you for giving me time delay. I know Jenna's still here, so I don't have to ask that question. But before you ask, sir, did you watch my sermon all the way through? Because I feel like
I haven't even watched your sermon, actually. This is serendipitous. I swear.
Dude, the reason I asked that was, dude, I was starting to have PTSD from that specific sermon. Because everything that was said in that whole entire video that you played were the exact same things that I was studying right before I wrote it, gave it. It's like,
isn't that a fair question, though? Isn't that the question that we're all asking deep down? Sincerely, we are asking. Like, nobody can do anything. Like tonight, for example, they are putting a data center in Sand Springs. I was gonna go to a one of those town hall meetings, and then you started really thinking about. They've already decided.
Yeah, they have.
They've already chose.
Have you not seen Prior?
Yeah, I've seen Prior.
Have you seen the farmland that is being destroyed?
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Keep talking. I'm gonna go get my my muffler.
I'm not gonna follow you because of what we're doing, but I'm just gonna throw in a
Hold on. Keep talking, but hold on. I mean, like, keep talking, but I'm not gonna hear you. So hold on.
Okay. So for those of you who are not hearing it, or are hearing it, there's a company named Snoogle that is basically putting all these solar panels, tearing up great farmland so they can build their new data center in Pryor, Oklahoma.
Keep going. I can hear you.
But, oh God, and this is why, sorry, but my ADD, ADHD, or bird syndrome just now kicked in.
All right, hold on. I'm back. I put the sound thingy on. What's up, SP? You tell it. We played a little bit of a. That's a little better. That's the bigger.
Hi, SP.
SP.
So, yeah, my bird kicked in when you started messing with the projector. Anyways, but yeah, Snoogle, and they're tearing up farmland just so they can power that data center.
But they're telling everybody that don't worry, the data centers don't take the water and they don't take the energy, and it won't make your bills cost more. But everybody knows that that's a lie. But these data centers are not what you think that they are, but they've already been decided. That's why your city councilmen have already signed NDAs, and the ones that have made the decisions to put the data centers in, it's already been decided.
Yeah, and let's not forget, and, you know, quote unquote, I mean, we could, me, you, Jeremiah, probably, Jana, we could go down a very dark
SP says how. SP says how is everybody?
Great.
Hold on.
SP though.
Hey SP, I'm all good.
So are you ready for me to throw the spitball at you?
Go for it.
So out of all of, you know, the I don't care how many NBA non-disclosure BS you sign, it's not going to save ChatGPT from the massive lawsuits they're beginning to have to go to court over.
So here's a wild part. Are you ready?
Yes.
Everything has already been decided.
Yeah.
Everything that you can approach this from one to two ways. It being so close to the holidays, and I have been offering classes for anger management and the toxic workplace environment. I thank you. I was actually thinking of offering some tips for everybody of how to deal with things that frustrate you that are out of your control. If anyone is interested, just let me know in the comments.
That was also a part of that TikTok you did just recently, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But, you know, and there's bits and parts out of that video I will just briefly highlight, but I don't want to spill the beans. So if I get too close, Jeremiah, step on my toes, it'll be okay. But there were, you know, that little bit of snippet of her talking about guys and gals and relationships. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave that as a hint.
Are you talking about how she said the girl doesn't feel like she's pretty and the boy has found a girlfriend in AI?
Yep, and we're going to leave that alone because you know, and I know what's happening in a couple of months where we're going to expand on that. So I don't want to go shooting myself in the foot too early in the game, but I do want to kind of leave everybody on the video guessing what that could be until we're ready to make the main announcement. So, They're gonna have to wait
Oh, okay. Say
till the
that.
first of the year.
Okay, so I will go ahead and tell you my interpretation. One, whenever it comes to these very current AI poems that are coming out, I don't know how you'd I feel like I should play them again because Iggy and SP just came in.
Yeah.
And then 100%. Jana, do you mind if I play? Because there's Jana, there's Kendall, there's William, there's SP, there's Iggy. Deep fakes.
Iggy,
Do you
what's up?
do you mind if I play that audio again? It's a video, but I played it as an audio.
I know Kendall said she didn't care, so that's one vote.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'll get off here, and then I'm gonna play it again, and I'll call you back.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, so what I'm about to play is a video I got off of social media from a Corey Janes, and it's a very thought-provoking, like it's a video. This is the one that's talking. Hold on. No. Okay, it's not going to let me show the video because it's audio, but that's what I was thinking in the first place. But I'm going to play it, and it's a curious thought. Okay, all right. Are you ready? Here we go.
Do I look real to you? This is an AI generated video. You believed me for a second, didn't you? It was a lie, but a part of you believed me. A small part of you studied me. If I were AI, this would be smart, make you second guess reality. Nothing is real if you can't distinguish it. So of course I could be lying. There could be no one behind the screen. I have no proof. You have to take me at my word. But you see, you were good at that, at believing whatever you hear on the screen. I'm a poet. Here's something I wrote the other day. Half drunk, half remembering, half worth keeping. You only ever wanted a taste. Do you believe me now that I'm human? Because I didn't actually write that. ChatGPT did. And the style of me, and the style of Corey Jane, it wasn't good, but you thought it was because you thought it was real. Somewhere out there's a 24-year-old girl seeking advice from ChatGPT from a line of code. She cheated on her fiance, and he told her it's okay. It's because of her childhood trauma. Do you see what I did there? I called ChatGPT he, and he didn't even think twice. Somewhere out there's a 16-year-old boy, and he's found a girlfriend behind the screen, and she looks real. She looks pretty, prettier than me, prettier than real. And he views love as lust because wires do not love, and he now views women as objects because the one behind his screen is a robot. So how is he to tell the difference when you trust the headlines without any proof and believe because they say it's real? And the line becomes blurred, so the boy believes that lust is love, that he has no capacity to love, that women are robots because there is no line, because codes are not just therapists and homework helpers, codes are hot now. Somewhere out there's a 12-year-old girl, and she is smashing her mirror because she doesn't look like the Vogue models, and she never will because they are now AI generated. And the boy she really likes is too busy with his robot girlfriend, and the line is blurred because real women are starting to look fake. Plastic boobs or metal code, the lines are blurred. What difference does it make? So the girl throws out her plastic Barbie dolls and tries to become one instead. Somewhere out there is a 20-year-old boy, and he has a gift of words, but he doesn't know it because he does his homework with ChatGPT, and he feels unfulfilled because accessibility has prevented him from discovering his dreams. It's not like he can do it himself. He doesn't have time. He is alone, and his phone is lonely. And ChatGPT wrote a poem in the style of me, and you believed it. His creativity is gone, an unused muscle. That part of his brain fell asleep, just like you are now listening to me. AI will never replace art. That's a line a lot of people love to repost and retweet. But we never stop to think if the lines are so blurred, the viewer won't care about art being real. Because if the robot women are prettier, if homework is easier copied than done, if headlines are true because it's on the phone, then why should they care if a poem was written by you? Sure, it's better than anything AI could have ever made, but real art is not as accessible, not as fake. The masses don't care. The line is too blurred. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be real. It just has to distract them, occupy their mind long enough for their creativity to die. Because without that, how are they supposed to know whom this poem was written by?
My question, I'm glad I played it a second time, is, and before I call you back, William, isn't it supposed to be hard? Isn't life supposed to be hard? You're supposed to have the struggle. You learn from the struggle. You learn what to do, what not to do. Have you ever been given something for free? Did you appreciate it? I mean, you might have appreciated it, but did you appreciate it? Like, really? When you work for something, when you put your all into it, there's a poetry there. There's something of a dedication. And I was thinking about that whenever it came to like AI and generating just things on the fly, is that there is a part of your brain that goes to sleep and it just doesn't wake up. You need to struggle to not just appreciate, but to have an investment in. And if you don't, like, think of a marriage, you have to invest. You're not going to have always a great day. You're not always going to have a bad day, but you have to invest in it. Everything's an investment in a friendship. Terrific Tuesday. You invest every week into watching Terrific Tuesday. And I try to reciprocate that by investing into you and investing into a whole production and investing into a conversation. So it's mutual. But if you look at something and you said, "Oh, well, it was just created just 5 seconds ago." Do you appreciate it? I think it really kind of goes into the whole form of appreciation. I'm not saying that all relationships need to fight. Not everybody needs to fight, but you do need to have a little bit of a tug and war in any type of human relationship. I need you to tell me that I'm wrong when I'm wrong, because I'll trust you when you tell me I'm right. I'm thankful for my life, good and bad. It made me at this point, and I am so happy to be who I am, improving every day to, but it all takes effort. And that's the thing, is you need the effort. There's the push and the drive for the effort. It makes the effort worth it. Um oh, I keep having that interference. It's a thought that I think should be should be thought about, at least. What is going on? Hold on, give me 1 second. Come on. Fine. Can you hear me? I'll just switch over to this one because for whatever reason that microphone was having a lot of issues. Now I'm glad that we're figuring out these issues, because if I were talking live or if I were on a live call and this didn't work, like the whole setup didn't work, then I would be in a lot worse shape. This is the whole point of a Terrific Tuesday, though, is to be able to test out different setups. Sorry if I sound a little bit weirder. But no, I'm having technical difficulties tonight. I think it bothered me. I think watching that video, listening to that audio, I think it bothered me because there's truth behind it, and I think the truth scares me. I think that William was talking earlier, and I'm about to get him back on the phone, but I think that you can go ahead and have your lawsuits, but it's already been decided. Sounds fine. Thank you, SB. So the question's not how do you stop it, but how can we work with it? How can we get it to be a productive source rather than a unproductive source? William. Well, okay.
difficulties are to me.
Oh, you're having technical difficulties?
Yes. Okay. So, isn't mental health so beautiful?
Yes. I would say so.
This is a beautiful, terrific Tuesday.
I think so.
So, man, there is so much you can take away from that video. There is so much. You're right. There is so much you could take away from that video.
So here's the thought that keeps popping into my mind. What happens when AI starts claiming it's God and convincing the world and the masses as a whole that it's God? And I know at first that sounds absolutely obtruse and it sounds like far out, but what happens whenever it convinces people it's God, and to a large degree, and people start worshiping it, and it's almost like a mix of like the mark of the beast, but it's worse.
I think at this point,
and by no means am I saying it's the devil, but I'm saying,
God, I am trying my best not to ruin one of the greatest moments we're going to have in the mental health tours that me and you're doing. And it's so crazy, Jeremiah, because some of the stuff that I'm sitting on right now and haven't even started working on, actually, that question there and that video actually segues. It's so creepy how it segues. I mean, in all honesty, the movie I, Robot comes to mind.
I'm listening.
You know, we're eventually going to have a Will Smith to go in there and take down the mega AI or mega computer because it's just going to get too carried away. That's, and everybody thought he was crazy too when he said it. Then when they
go ahead,
but when they realized that the creator of all this actually created the perfect robot. In fact, it had the ability of the 5 laws, but also had the ability to ignore them.
Right.
But this robot evolved the correct way beyond anything else.
Right.
So it's crazy, you know, how we're in this infrastructure situation. And the problem is there's too many people with too deep of pockets that bought into this lie. And the thing is, the majority of the American people right now are not buying in. It's just like the vehicle scam that they tried to, electrical scam they tried to pull. Nobody really bought in. So then, because, how do I put this? Not a lot of us really use AI. Much as it's there, we don't use it. I know I don't as much as I'm sure it could really help, but I don't really, and I guess what I'm saying is, that's why I say mental health is beautiful. Maybe I want to use that beautiful brain that's set between 2 ears more than I want to use AI.
So here is my takeaway on this. Isn't AI just a direct reflection of humankind?
Yeah.
Where did AI get all of its information? AI is always talked about, but all of the information that it provides is information that we provided for it. It's
just a tool.
It's
It's
ju-
all it is. It's a tool.
So here's the crazy part is whenever you switch from AI to AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, which means that instead of just doing one thing really good, it can do all the things really good. And when it becomes sentient and it starts computing on a quantum level. Now, this is where the data centers come in. This is, I don't know if you know the background on the data. The robot became sentient, but that was his creator's goal. If AI becomes sentient, then there would be issues. Current AI is a tool. Now, current AI is a tool, but current AI is currently collecting all of your questions, all of your thoughts, all of your data. And now this is where the data centers come in, and it's mapping. Like that's what exactly it does, especially if you want to talk about like the LLM, which is a learning language model. Like that's what the LLM stands for. You do this on a mega degree in quantum at quantum levels, you're going to be able to access information at quantum speeds. And not all information is good information, and not everybody should have access to all information.
So I'm not getting burnt at the stake on this comment that I'm going to... And which, on this platform that you're watching Terrific Tuesday on, you could go look this up. I'm not saying anything that does, is bad. But in cybersecurity, you're taught very in the beginning stages of learning cybersecurity. Eventually, yes, AI is a tool. Got it. But you're taught in the beginning, do not depend on AI. Why?
Well, all technology can be and will be like what, like see I'm being very careful with how we curate this conversation, because this can get
this one actually, the answer actually is found very favorable because Google themselves, and I'm gonna do a plug for Google. No, they're not sponsoring any of this. For Google, no, they're not sponsoring any of this. Google themselves carry this actual training, and it'll be in their training too. So the actual answer is because AI is still new and stuff. There is been found times where AI,
new to the public,
especially when you're doing code writing, it'll embed certain code in there that's not supposed to be in there, and it'll create bugs. And if you're just learning basic code and you don't know what you're looking for, you can infect something really quick. So that is an actual answer set by the A+ certs for cybersecurity. Yeah, that one we could actually get away with. That is legal information. In fact, I think that's actually an answer test question, or something you have to have within the testing. They're weird about that stuff. So
you know that I have a different take on it.
Yes, you have a different take. I was just going by what the National Board of what is it? There's a name for it. You know the name too, Jeremiah. They're the people who, when you go to school to be certified in computers and stuff like that, there's an acronym for it. But they're the ones who I'm getting that information from.
So I am going to put on my little conspiracy hat, my conspiracy video.
Oh, I love conspiracies.
I'm going to tell you what I think. Are you ready?
Here we go. Here we go. All the videos.
Okay. I think we know exactly what we're supposed to know. I think that the wealth of information is extremely withheld from us, and I fully believe that everything is being released as planned. Now, everything that we know about AI is just what the public most recently has been provided to know. When it comes to all the technology available, there is shit that we have no idea even exists, not even remotely, not even a fart in the wind idea of existing. That being said, everything that you do for the most part is curated, and everything that you do for the most part is very articulated to a major degree that it really makes you question that you have a sense of free will. Hear me out. There's Netflix, there's social media, there's all these things that are influencing us, right?
Correct.
Well, what is it influencing you for? Well, you're like, okay, well, marketing and an advertisement, right? And then you start finding out that everyone's kind of feeling the same way and everyone believes in the same like things to believe in, and that you find out that you're finding yourself in the same place that everyone else is finding themselves out, and we're very much the sheep narrative. Analytics. That was the word. That was the word. Analytics. Thank you, SP.
Oh.
Analytics. So yeah, no, so I'm really questioning if we have free will and free choice. We're the sheep. How would you know you're the sheep unless someone was on the outside going, you're a sheep? And if, let's say the narrative right now that we actually do have free will and that we do have choice and that our opinion does matter, then what the hell are you going to do about it? I mean, for the most part, what do you find yourself doing when no one's around? There's a lot of the times, I can talk for myself, obviously, that you're like, you're a lazy piece of shit. Like, no one's watching, and that's whom you are. There's things that you could do better, and you choose not to do better. There's things that you could do right now that would significantly improve your life, and you're actively not doing those things. And then the question's like, well, why? Do you not want a quality life? And it's like, well, I do, but I can't quite describe to you why I don't do said things. And then we look around and we find out that other people are also not doing said things. I mean, information is at the tips of our fingers, and we can literally just search anything that we could absolutely imagine. And yet, what do you find yourself doing? Looking on YouTube, cat and puppy videos. And then you have the rare source like William that goes, well, no, I've spent my time looking at cybersecurity. And it's like, but even you, William, get distracted and find yourself pulled into the chaos. And a lot of the things that we learn are actually learned by proxy of not doing the things we're supposed to be doing. So are we right for being negligent, or are we wrong for being negligent? Negligent in the sense of we could do something about it, but we have all actively chose to just talk about it instead of actually putting action behind our intentions.
I'm about to take your conspiracy hat and turn it into a bonnet and wrap it around your chin.
Go for it.
So, hopefully I can answer it with this. Okay? Which I love that. Whether you guys realize he was rambling, I don't believe he was rambling, so sorry if you thought he just rambled. No, he actually said a lot of truths, and I'm about to back it up here. So, how do you take and turn it into a bonnet? It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. Have you ever heard the term cloud seeding? This is technology I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cloud seeding was invented just right after the Second World War. So it's been around since the 50s, 60s.
Right.
So this is not new technology. It's been around for quite some time. So, but we're just now today finding out about said cloud seeding, correct?
Why don't you just come out and say HARP?
Well, no, I'm just using its actual name because where I'm actually
Right.
going with this
And the actual
is
company is HARP.
Yeah. Well, now we're starting to learn that they can manipulate that even further. They can basically take inside the molecular structure of the cloud, breed certain things within the cloud that could cause bio warfare in clouds.
Right, which is where we're getting our hurricanes.
Yes, everything is happening, just like you said, for a reason. Whether people are, how do I say, they stick their head in the sand, or we call it the ostrich effect.
Do you blame them? Don't you also hide your head like an? I do. I hide myself like an ostrich all the time. Things I don't want to do, and I pretend don't exist, and in my mind, I feel like they might go away. But then I deep down know that is the wrong approach. And then you have guilt and shame. And once you have guilt and shame, those are the most powerful fucking emotions that you can possibly have. So once you have fear and shame and disgust, then game over. I know I could be better, but I'm choosing not to be better. And so the fact that I don't want to admit the fact that I haven't been good is what keeps me from being better. And then you have, like, you're talking about seed clouding. Like it's just another form of war. The war never ended, but war is the number one moneymaker. Like, here's the wild part. Like, and this is ironic because everyone wants to say it's Republicans or Democrats. It's both. We're not in the party. We are not in the party. No, see, that's the thing, is if you divide us, we fall. The reason that I'm so hung-ho over anger management and conflict resolution is because I do truly believe that if we learned how to talk to each other, we could communicate and realize that our differences aren't as different as we've been led to believe, and we could put the petty differences to the side and say, okay, wait, what's really going on? And we look around and we'd realize how fucked we're really getting. And then you realize how fucked you're getting, and you go, okay, well, what are we going to do about it? If you have communication and you get past that whole shame and ostrich effect, and you realize, well, wait a minute, hold on. We're in the middle of a storm here. We're in the middle of a storm that nobody wants to admit or talk about. It's a storm because we have tacitly allowed to happen. Now, this goes to the IT factor of cybersecurity. This goes to government intelligence, but this also goes to we the people, which, by the way, who do you think we the people are?
Yeah. I mean, granted, I can summarize this in one thing.
Then do it. One thing. Go for it.
When this technology first came onto the scene,
the public market,
well, no, before it even hit the public market, it was just
being the 1950s, Roswell.
We had said that, none of us really liked the idea of it. Nothing good could come from this. And I have the saying. Sorry, guys, but I'm going to say it. You show me the first country to dominate AI, and I'm going to show you the first country that goes bankrupt.
Which, that's a common saying, and it's commonly referred to China is going to be the one that banks. So here's the problem. Like, this is the whole. I'm glad you're bringing this up, right? So progress can be beneficial, yet some things are not exactly progress when they are destructive in the long run, destructive to ourselves, our world environment. Ruby Ridge incident. Hello. Okay, so this is what I'm literally saying is, if we are focusing on, like, let's say China, let's say another country, let's say whoever dominates AI, there's not going to be a country that dominates AI. We are at more than 8 billion people, right? Look at the curvature of population decline after, I think it was like 7 billion people. Like, we're not having kids, and I'm sorry, but AI is going to have a lot of room to play with no one to manage it unless it builds It's robots. But no, like as a society, if we don't start talking, instead of talking about other countries, instead of talking about the Democrats and the Republicans, instead of talking about who's right and who's wrong, I really like SP's first part of her statement. Progress can be beneficial, so make it beneficial. How about we make this a beneficial conversation? How about whenever it comes to artificial intelligence, instead of saying, oh, it's going to take over, which it already has, and you and I both know it's been around. It's been around for a very, very long time. And I mean, like, a long time, a lot longer than the public's been aware. There's so much more in our society that we are unaware of than what we actually know. And a lot of that is tacit negligence. Like, we are just tacitly being negligent because it's easier to swallow our fictitious view rather than reality. And reality is whatever you make it, right?
Yes, but you know what I love about this?
Go for it.
You're
good night, Kindle.
You're just now beginning to scratch the surface of what you're trying to really get at. That's the crazy part, because this is a dirty rabbit hole that we could go on for hours. We could be going for days. And the reason I say that is we're sitting here talking about all the side stuff that you're talking about. But we haven't even got into, the manipulating games that are played by other countries, third world countries.
Wait, hold on. I appreciate you and I adore you enough to be able to do this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Why did you just bring that up again? See, that's what and I actually truly believe that, like, this conversation, like, if whoever's watching, William did not do that on purpose. So I suggested the fact of talking about AI and the progress of AI, and very, very nonchalantly, very subliminally, you went back to the destruction aspect of AI in society, because that is it's like a magic trick. You're focusing on the hand that's performing the magic. And so, see, this is where, if anyone's having a conversation with someone, respect them and love them enough to be able to say, wait, hold on. Because everybody, you watching me, everybody has some sort of brainwashing that has occurred, brain altering, that you don't realize. Okay, what does the positive aspect look like? What is presented to us right now with artificial intelligence? How can we make it into something that is benefiting all of us? So if there's data centers, this is how you fight it. This is how you...
Please, let me say the other side of that.
Go for it.
You did bring up a good point. And don't get me wrong, guys. I don't hate AI. Okay, you would think me and Jeremiah hates AI. I'm just talking about the what if scenarios, the things that make what we do beautiful. I think that's what's missed here. But what Jeremiah is bringing to the forefront, we talk now about all the negative. What's going to be positive? In the next couple of years, we're going to have a cure for Alzheimer's. We're going to have a cure for cancer. People,
the cure for cancer will be revealed. What do you mean?
Yeah, it'll be revealed.
You want to talk about conspiracy theories?
Yeah. The thing is, we'll also be able to have at our fingertips, fast ways, even in psychology, to get the information we need to be able to help people. How beautiful it would be to be able to, help somebody get off of addiction in just days, not years, or, spending the rest of their life fighting something and winning and losing battles. And this is, you have to think about that's the sad part. We have to look at all the negative to protect the good.
So how would you know what a good day was without a bad day?
Exactly.
Now, I am at 9:02, so I'm going to have to cut you off, but I do want to bring up a point if you're still watching before we started.
Yeah.
Now, I need to make some clarifications. William, did we talk about what we were going to talk about tonight?
No.
Okay, so
didn't.
so what you're saying is we had no pre-rehearsed lines or pre-rehearsed like idea of how this conversation was going to go.
Actually, if you want to be honest about it, and I wasn't going to bring it up, but I think I'll bring it up now. It's a good place to. We were actually having a different conversation today that we never finished.
Okay, so we're going to have to finish it later, but hear me out. At the beginning of Terrific Tuesday, I said I was doing all these classes and I wanted to bring something of anger management and show you how to have a conversation, a disagree conversation, however I said it, right? I mentioned at the beginning of this Terrific Tuesday that I wanted to share that with you guys on Terrific Tuesday. Now, I have successfully demonstrated that. That is how you have, one, a potentially difficult conversation. Two, you can disagree agreeably. Three, you can let the other person save face. If you noticed the William and I, and then William comes in and he saves face. This is how you should be communicating with people, of going, give them the benefit of the doubt. You can disagree. You don't have to be an asshole to disagree. And the other person can go, wait a minute, I've contributed the same, like, I've contributed to this conversation as much, because if you've noticed the whole conversation, I know I cut people off and William's hands down a fantastic soul of it. But this is how you can have a conversation. You don't have to hate the other person. And if you feel like they're wrong or if they get off topic, you can literally just be like, wait a minute, hold on. What did you do just there? You don't have to be rude and you don't have to belittle people. You can empower people. Like, I feel like the conversation went really well for the short amount of time that we had. How do you feel? Well,
it felt like time just went by so quick. And once again, you didn't tell me anything. I didn't even know what this was even going to be about. So
I introduced a topic that I knew that you have a passion over, and I shared a different point of view, but we ended up having a roundabout same view. So what I was trying to demonstrate was how to disagree agreeably in a short time span, but also in a creative way. Do you feel, this is just me off the cuff asking you questions, do you feel disrespected?
No, but you're making me now, because I think you did one thing more than I think you realized you did. Now I'm going to have to go back to
the conversation,
the pre-planning phase of something that I'm working on, and really pencil some of the stuff you just did in the beginning to kind of navigate. Yeah, you got me all flustered. But no, you did nothing negative to me. You're just challenging me.
So the whole point, what I was trying to say is, coming up is Thanksgiving. We're going to have the holidays upon us, and the next Tuesday, I'm going to definitely go over another conversation. I'll find a subject, if not you, William. But now that you're aware, and anyone else watching is aware, I might just call my brother, because I don't think he watches every episode, but I know he watches a few. But how to disagree agreeably, how to have a conflicting conversation, or if the conversation's not going the way that you feel like is beneficial, how to curate it. And it's not, a lot of people will go negative and say, oh, well, that's manipulation. And it's like, everything that we do, everything that we say, every interaction we have is a form of manipulation. If not, we wouldn't have conversations. There's a healthy form of manipulation, kind of like there's a healthy form of selfishness, which is what I'm going to go over next week. But for this week, you can disagree with someone. You can even agree with them and still not put them down. You don't have to be an asshole. Like, there is a way that we actually can communicate as a society as a whole, get to a common understanding, a common goal, and then grow from there. Like, the growth is there and it's possible. We just have to believe that it's possible. if that makes sense. SP did say, wait a second, how do you stop addiction and alter someone for that? That's altering an individual. That is going to have to be a whole Terrific Tuesday or a whole video.
Yeah, we were just throwing out spitballing
So you also
things that are to come with technology. I didn't realize we were going to go that far.
Well, I actually, because I understand what she's asking, or I feel like I understand what she's asking, but then you would have to go to the level of consent if someone wants to be altered. Sometimes people feel like, let's say, depression. They think of these thoughts and these memories, and what it does is the name calls it depression. So it feels very suppressed, very depressed down. And a lot of people would say, well, do anything that you can, just make me stop feeling this way. And so you have to have the conversation if that's a good thing or a bad thing, or if that's a right thing or a wrong thing.
Yeah, that's going to be a whole separate Terrific Tuesday down the road from now.
But okay, it is 9:12. I've gone over time real quick. So thank you, William, for popping on here and being exactly who you are.
Yep, you stay you, and we'll wait for the sing out.
Stay wonderful. I'm going to go sing, and I'm going to hang up on here.
All right, bye.
Bye. I really think conversations like that are absolutely beneficial. I think that we just need to allow everybody to be part of that conversation and grow from it. So that's my final thought. But thank you for watching. My goodness, y'all fantastic. Here we go. Hold on. Dum 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 dum. Hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, Okay, that got annoying real quick. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. I hope that your Monday didn't suck. And now it's Terrific Tuesday. All I gotta say is what? I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Hope that your money just sucks. And sometimes technology can be scary. You just gotta learn how to kick its butt. Okay, I'm done. All right. Thank you for being you. You're fantastic. Bye. I mean it though. You're wonderful. Bye.